I don't care. We can, I guess. It's just because a city council member can't, by statute, a city council member can't be on the park board. And we didn't know that. Okay. We're live.
Okay, we'll call this meeting to order, verify quorum. First order of business is we have to elect a new park board president because by state statute, a city council person cannot be on the board who was our previous president. So we'll entertain motions to elect a new park board president.
I'll make a motion to elect Doug Beal as president.
I second that.
It's been properly moved and seconded. All those in favor saying aye.
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 Opposed? All right, congratulations to the new president. Now we need to entertain a motion for the newly elected vice president.
I make a motion to Nathan Springer for vice president.
I second that motion.
Been properly moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Nathan is the new vice president.
Woohoo.
The next order of business, any comments by citizens? Seeing none, we'll move on. We'll adjust the agenda to get to the park approval plan first.
So the park approval plan that you all received was the plan that was approved by the Indiana Department of Natural Resources. And basically, they just need the park board to approve that plan in order for it to go forward, and it has to be approved before we can submit for grants. So basically, it's a 5-year plan, which I dropped off to your homes. So that's all you need to really do is approve that plan going forward. If do you have any questions about the plan at this point?
We'll entertain a motion to approve the 5-year plan.
I second it.
We need a motion.
Oh.
You can make a motion.
I make a motion to
Accept the 5-year plan.
accept the 5-year plan.
I'll second that.
It has been probably moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, plan is passed. This is what we sign now.
Right, you have to adopt this board resolution of the Park and Rec Board that adopts it's a resolution that is saying that what you just did by approving the 5-year plan.
So this requires a second motion and approval.
Yeah,
So I need a motion and second to approve the resolution to proceed with the 5-year plan.
I'll make a motion to make a resolution to proceed with the 5-year plan.
Second that.
Properly moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Resolution is passed. Now we sign it.
yeah.
In your kitchen holder.
Yeah.
Okay, Missy, you need to certify it down at the bottom. Missy, you need to certify it down at the bottom, the secretary,
Okay.
clerk at the bottom.
Do I need to fill out this other information
We're
or?
gonna fill out the rest
Okay.
later, yeah, it's fine.
There's no.
We're done with that.
Okay.
See you.
Okay,
Easy peasy.
sorry. Sorry. This is just my life right now. Sorry.
Okay, we'll proceed with the order of business as follows, except for the park plan. So approval of minutes from our April 9th, 2026 meeting. It is underneath the agenda, if you haven't read it yet. We need a motion and a second, and then approval for it also.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from April 9th, park board meeting.
I second that.
Probably moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, minutes are approved. Next on the agenda is the minor league scoreboard with the notation of concern of pole length.
So there was some banter, I guess, about the placement of the scoreboard, and Ben can maybe give us an explanation of why it was put where it is, and we may have to address it in another way, but go ahead and tell Ben yours.
Well, we just used the backhoe to hang it, and that's as high as we could get it, so we're gonna need to raise it up higher, I guess, and get different equipment in there to do that.
So I was under the assumption when they did it, they were able to raise it from laying on the bucket, but they had a rope and had it attached.
Almost like a
and so it was
crane.
up- Yeah, like a crane, and so the bucket, it was hanging below instead of above it, so you can only get that high. And so if we decide how we can get it up farther to the top, then we'll have to have it rewired also, because it's wire's not long.
And the last wire extenders,
Right.
wire stretcher.
Yeah, so at this point, I would just say we'll continue to work on it and see if we can get it to get it up higher to the top. So you can't just cut the poles off because they're threaded, and you can't, is that right?
Right, the cap's threaded on the top, to keep water from getting in. Of course.
Yeah, so we just had a few comments of that it should be at the top. It doesn't look right the way it is, but we were under kind of a time crunch to get it installed to begin with because of
Just-
weather and.
Just
and
sell
so
another
forth.
advertisement board above.
Yeah, well, they could do that too.
Is that on top?
Yeah,
Pay a little more, it goes on top.
That'll be a solution.
yeah, can we move the bottom to the top?
Well, I can.
I don't know, maybe that's an easier fix. I don't
Would
know.
have to mess with the wiring then.
All right.
Right, maybe we'll have to look into that.
So it's for sure gonna get moved or we're just.
Well, it depends what we do with it. I mean, if we,
It'll be tweaked.
it'll be tweaked. Yeah, if we move the actual scoreboard, we'd have to probably get a law or a telehandler in there to
Get it high enough.
get it high enough. Or if we just change where the advertisement is, maybe that's the best option. I don't know, we'll just have to look into it.
How's it attached? Some bracket, just some brackets.
Thread all with some angle iron on the back with holes in it, just sandwiches. There's eyelets on the top, put it around a strap through and take it up, because the scoreboards are just aluminum, so you can't really lift from the bottom down.
So we got some time to figure it out, but,
Don't need it till May.
right, April.
Maybe March,
Yeah, maybe March. Yeah.
new year, so.
So we'll continue to work on that. But that's basically what that line item is about. Just-
Okay. Anything else on the scoreboard?
Any complaints this year? I mean, probably worked pretty good, didn't it?
I read it first, there was an issue, but I think it was.
It was
kids in
working
there.
as long as
User error.
somebody was in there running it.
Yeah.
Did a lot of people use the app or
I
the
never heard
Bluetooth or
either
whatever?
way, so I don't know.
It was a matter of having somebody in there responsible enough to run the thing. So
Which is how it should be
unfortunately, you
anyway.
don't get sometimes there were adults that were actually pulling the thing out of the shed and sitting in the stands running it, so whatever works.
If I recall right, if we like how that controller works, that can be added to the existing scoreboards too in the future. They have that capability.
Okay. 'Cause I think all of the other two are Dectronics too.
They're all
aren't
the
they?
same.
Yeah, they're all the same.
Little League and minor league are pretty much the same thing. Softball has a countdown timer
Hmm.
because they use that travel ball,
Yeah.
but the motherboard's pretty much the same. Okay, we already did park plan, so moving on to the DNR grant application.
Yeah, so, to explain a little bit about the grant application and the history of that. So we were, back, 2-3 years ago, we had the concept plan drawn up by American Structure Point, and then they had suggested that if we want to try to get funding for improvements at the park, that we needed to try and get approval by Indiana DNR to approve a 5-year or whatever year plan for the park, improvement plan for the park. And so we went through all that process and got the plan approved. And then we had a meeting with the person from DNR that works with the grants, and we were informed at that time, well, initially we were informed that grants were available every year. And so we thought we might as well get the plan approved if we can, so we can apply for grants to improve the park. Well, when they sat down and talked with us, the rules changed to where now grants are only eligible every 2 years, and they're even years. So 26 is one of the years. And we just found this out in, what was it, May or June, Doug, when we had that meeting?
Early June.
Early June. We found that 26 obviously is an even year, but then the date for the grant application is August 1st. So the person that did the, worked on the 5-year plan for us at Structure Point thought he could get things around, get information in place to submit a grant by August 1st. So, which he has, we have the information available to submit a grant by August 1st. He feels pretty good about getting it submitted on time. It's a highly competitive grant. And there are going to be a number of applications we feel that are going to be sent in. I believe they said there was only 6 million available this year. Is that
Yeah,
right? Does that sound right, Doug? So I don't know, what our chances are, how they're going to divvy that up, if they're going to try to award more grants and lesser dollars or what. I mean, conceivably they could issue 6 grants for $1 million and be done with it. So, but if you don't try for something, you're not going to get anything. We have estimated costs from our engineer for stormwater that needs to be done in the park. That would be our matching portion, and that is estimated at $507,000. And that's a conservative figure from the standpoint that there's enough room for expansion or cost increase, I should say, because construction will not start until 28 if we got the grant. So the whole year of 27 is just going through a bunch of environmental issues and whatnot. Yeah, hoops. But we should know by the December if we get grant money or not. So between August 1st and December 31st, or until they announce whether or not we get the grant, we cannot do any construction work in the park. So they have come up with a list of potential pieces of equipment that could be placed near the current big piece of playground equipment. They are inclusive pieces of equipment, which means they are ADA compliant for different types of ADA disabilities. Doesn't mean that we have to use those per se, but it gives us a cost to know how much money we would have to spend. So those pictures aren't necessarily what we have to put in there. It was just samples to get a cost factor. Cal and I did request that we put the cost in there to have turf on the current piece plus this new piece instead of the wood chips. It's just a nicer surface for everyone to play on. So basically, what you would do tonight is just vote for the city to submit a grant application for 2026. If we don't get funding in this round, we wouldn't be able to apply for this particular grant until 2028. So
with the dollar amount that's listed, is there a possibility that they'll say we'll give you half of that, or they determine?
They determine how much they award. Yeah, they wouldn't have to award the whole. So the playground equipment and everything that goes with it, it's $507,000 because it's a 50-50 match. So they could say that, we're only going to award half of that. But we're hopeful if they award it, they would award the whole amount. But they don't have to award the full amount.
Speaking from experience with the school safety grant, so many schools apply for that you used to be able to prioritize a 1, 2, and 3 ask. You don't even waste your time with 2 and 3, and now they're cutting your first ask. It's about 92% of what you ask, so everybody gets something.
Yeah. So it just depends how many applicants they get and what the dollar amount is that they ask from each one, and how they score them. Some of the applicants probably have received grants before we've never applied for one. So the grant writer told us that may be a plus for us, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to think that way. So.
And if we are awarded the grant, then do we have a certain time frame where, I know you said things wouldn't start till 28, but do we have a certain time frame where it has to be completed by, or is that?
Their time schedule was on the back of the.
That's what they're.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the time schedule. So the last portion of it even falls into 2029.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's
all that.
Yeah. So it seems like strung out a long time, but that's the way that's set up with all the hoops that you have to jump through. We found out during the meeting that Doug was at that there has to be a period that you have to worry about endangered bats or something like that. Is that right? So that I don't know if they're flying around in the park, but they have to do a study.
Early into the dugout.
Yeah, right. So there's just all kind of things like that when you're dealing with federal money that you have to deal with and let them do their thing. But we would, before any of that starts, we would know whether or not we get funded or not. So if we get funded, that'll be great. And then we just have to let things go as they go. And if we don't get funded, then we'd have to come back and in 2028 and apply, or seek, other sources for funding. I'm sure there's other sources out there, but we just went down this path because that's what the engineer said is available by getting your park plan approved by DNR. So
So we just need to approve a motion to proceed with the grant application, correct?
correct.
I motion to approve the DNR grant application.
Second that.
You probably moved and seconded to approve the grant application process to begin and proceed. All those in favor say aye.
I
Opposed? Okay, the application process may commence. Next will be mayor comments.
I have none.
It's already been said, huh?
Yeah, it's already been said.
And from the board,
Or
You have
we're
anything
gonna
good?
put Rick Bus down.
I've got that, and I've got, I'll read Kyla's email.
Okay.
Can I see that again? Says thanks for reaching out. Unfortunately, she's not unable to be here. Said, well, the regular season is over. There's still all-stars going on and have not completed the end of season surveys yet. Nothing else to update on the park. To the park board, they appreciate all the work the park supervisor and summer staff put into the fields this year. Had several rainouts at the beginning of the season and reschedules to work through, and appreciate everybody's efforts to making sure the fields are always lined and ready to go for each game. I would reiterate that to Ben. I know it's not a quick and easy fix when it's wet, but I think the field mix has helped to where it used to be. And along that lines, we had discussed before of kind of making a pattern of 4-year pattern of doing 3 diamonds and using that money a 4th year for other improvements that might be needed. We did the Little League Diamond last year, and so I emailed the guy and got a quote for this season, and the price went up from $122. No, it's the same quote, $118 to $122 a ton. So right now the quote is for 24 ton. We got 22 last year for the Little League Diamond, and I believe it's the minor league diamond would be next. Ken can tell me.
Right.
The rep said the last one what we did was 21. And I'm pretty sure we did the softball field last.
I know the softball field needs it worse
It
than
does need it worse though. I'm probably doing either.
if we get this grant, we're probably not gonna get it on before that. So that we can run into some issues there possibly, correct? If we go take it over there, then we might not.
Right. Well, I don't know if that would be an issue with the minor league diamond. Because I don't know that, it's not construction like we see it's construction, but to be safe, but the softball field's kind of considered in the park too, even though it's not in the park proper. So we can check, I can check with the grant writer and just see what he thinks. We're not digging anything, we're just laying
Because they
down
kept
dirt
saying in
and
that meeting,
spreading.
shovel the dirt.
Yeah,
It's like that shovel's gonna rust before we can use it.
right. It's just spreading.
Topical.
It's topical. It's not, we're not doing any construction and tearing up ground or anything, but if it's something we can't do this year, then I don't know. It's like the basketball court. We were gonna try and do the basketball court before August 1st, but Mark from KBL said he couldn't do it. But I just found out that we had to do it, before August 1st, like 2 weeks ago. So I wouldn't think that would be an issue, but before you order it, we just need to clear that up and make sure that that's not considered a construction. I know we have a tree that is dead that Ben's trying to get cut down before August 1st, but to me, that's different than putting dirt on, but
That could also be safe.
Yeah, it's a safety
yeah,
concern.
DNR may not see it the same way either, so we'll just have to see what happens with that. So I can check that out and get back.
So we could go ahead and approve it pending it's allowed and won't disrupt anything. with the
Yeah, right.
Application.
Yeah, I would say contingent on, DNR approval to go ahead and make sure that that's okay.
And you recommend the softball field first?
Yeah, cause when Duval put that down the last time, we were running kind of short.
Short,
He put
okay.
it on pretty thin.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think it would be better if it went over there.
And I don't think it really matters if it's always, we're 1 year off or whatever, as long as we keep a pattern going. Just, that could change each year, or one time it gets
Mhm.
worse or takes it better than another one.
You get a goalie ball shirt in the minor league, all ends up in the alley.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll entertain a motion well, the quote would, right now for 24 ton, including shipping, tax exempt is just over $13,000 if we do the 24 ton. But for the Little League Diamond, which I believe the infield is a teeny bit bigger, it was only 23.18 ton is what they got in the truck. But it's always better to do it in the fall
Right.
than the spring, because when they shut down for the winter, they don't start again until March 1, no matter what. Then you gotta wait your turn for it to get here, then it might be too wet to put it down. So he said last year, buy it now and do it in the fall. Once you hear it, it makes
Yeah.
sense.
And Duval would rather do it in the fall too. It just works better.
Last time we dumped it in the full parking lot, and then hauled it over there.
So it wasn't in gravel or grass.
Right.
And they'll ask where we want it, so.
We wanna wait till the pool is shut down at the end of the season before we get that.
I don't remember when they exactly, that this company shuts down, but we definitely want it before they're done.
Would we need this, is it 24 ton for the softball too, or just the minor league?
Infield's about the same size. I
So
would think, because junior league can play on either field. So the quote was for 24 both summers, but we got just under 24 ton. So I don't know if that's what they just put on the truck, it's totally different. But at least they're honest and charge us what they gave us.
Yeah.
And it's the same mix that's on the high school softball and baseball fields, it all looks the same. So it'll blend with what's there.
Right. So I guess we could determine the amount of tonnage we need in the end before we order it, if it
Yeah.
happens to be more.
I'll make a motion to approve the quote, pending if we're allowed to move forward.
Second that.
It's been properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion's passed. I will get with him and see when the deadline is to at least get the order in, and if they can hold delivery for a little bit longer. What, the pool closes Labor Day,
Mhm.
so if they deliver anytime after Labor Day.
I think, did Mike do the Little League Diamond in September? Late September, that last year?
So should we check with him too and see, I don't know how far he booked out, but,
I can get a hold of it.
okay. Just let me know then what he thinks. We'll try to, so that doesn't sit there forever.
Right.
Any other board comments?
We normally have Tim Shove spray, in the fall. Does that fall underneath this? As far as maintenance, that we're not allowed to do anything, or,
I think it's just construction stuff.
so we should be able to,
I think you can, yeah. I don't think it involves maintenance. I think it's just, disturbing or
moving or,
digging,
yeah.
moving dirt, that type of thing. I would tell you to vote on that, to approve it and contingent on, me finding out for sure.
Yeah.
Because you don't meet again until, October.
The last few years, he just did the baseball, or just did the outfields and in between the diamonds, and he did the girls softball. He didn't really go into the park, did he? We did the whole park at one time.
A couple times we have.
Yeah. I don't remember if he did the whole park last fall or if it was just the fall diamonds.
Is that,
I
I don't remember.
remember he did the park.
Sure, you could look it up based on how much stuff you used.
so if he did it 2 years ago, should we have him do the whole, is it getting pretty rough?
And if he says the whole park didn't need it, that's fine too, I guess. But definitely the fields.
Yeah.
We need motion.
So I think we were right, it was 2 years ago. So I think we told him west of the sidewalk for baseball, so softball.
And when he does the whole park, he does the warm-up area to the north of the girls softball and all that, right? Does he do the pool too when he does that?
If we ask him to. I think he came back and did that at a later date then, because he didn't get it done right away last time.
Is that part up to us, the pool board?
Well, we maintain, the school board doesn't maintain the property, the park and rec personnel do, maintain that. I don't know I don't know where that would fall for sure. It's all under park and rec. But,
If he's there, he'd probably like to do it all before now.
pardon?
I said if he's there with his equipment, he'd probably rather do it
Yeah,
all.
probably.
Not a problem with it. It's not that much more.
It's not a big grass, it's not a big area of grass to spray.
Yeah. So, I guess you'll check with him and see what he's done. So we need to make a motion to approve whatever needs.
Whatever he's done should be done based on his recommendation and allowable through the grant.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to, have Tim Show spray whatever's needed, and whatever we can do, with whatever we're allowed to do.
Second that?
Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion is passed. Any other board comments? Anything else you can think of, Ben?
No.
Okay, the next meeting will be October, which would be the first Thursday. Keep it on Thursdays,
Second Thursday.
same Thursday.
That's okay with me.
Should be eighth. 5:30. Everybody good with that? Okay, next meeting is October 8th at 5:30 PM. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I motion to adjourn this meeting.
I'll second that.
Been properly moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Meeting is adjourned. 6:04.